Wake up to what's happening first thing every morning with WWL New Orleans.
74 degrees and cloudy skies in New Orleans. I'm Craig Ford, and this is the late afternoon news at 5 on WWL 870 AM. A neighborhood in Mid-City is stunned this afternoon following a triple murder on Bank Street. With the story, WWL's Walt Pierce.
It was a sound heard for hours, the gut-wrenching cries of grief from relatives and friends as they converged on a house at 4710 Bank Street today. Inside, a 42-year-old grandmother lay dead, next to her 24-year-old daughter and her 3-year-old grandson. A 6-year-old granddaughter was found alive and rushed to a hospital where she was at last reported in critical condition with a gunshot wound to the head. Police spokesman Marlon DeFillo says a 14-year-old cousin found the bodies when her relatives failed to show up at a graduation this morning. DeFillo says they have no idea why the deadly shootings happened.
The house was ransacked. As of this moment, we've not been able to establish a motive as to why this occurred, but we're not going to rule out any possibility.
A woman who lives next door could not believe her neighbors had been so brutally killed.
She just had a baby in December, and the little girl was like 6 years old, and the little boy was 3 years old. And I could just not imagine something like this happening.
Even Coroner Frank Minyard, who came to the scene, seemed stunned.
This is the worst murder scene that I've seen in a long time. There's blood all over the place.
And amid the carnage, police say a 5-month-old infant was found sleeping in an upstairs bedroom unharmed. Walt Pierce, WWL, 870 AM.
Autopsy results show that 5-year-old Jontia Cyprian was strangled to death. She's the girl from Folsom who was found dead Tuesday after her father shot himself in the mouth. Authorities say the autopsy also showed evidence that the child was sexually abused. 34-year-old Johnny Cyprian remains in St. Tammany Parish Hospital where he is on life support. Also on the North Shore today, thunderstorms rumbled through the area with strong winds toppling trees and knocking down power lines. Those storms made it to the South Shore doing the same thing. One person was hurt when a tree fell on a truck in Covington. Orleans Levee Board Treasurer Scott Sewell says even though he's being removed from the agency, he won't keep quiet about alleged illegal activity. WWL's Sabrina Wilson reports.
Sewell says he had to find out from a reporter that Governor Foster is removing him from the board. Sabrina Wilson, WWL 870 AM.
Up next, while Atlanta may have the Summer Olympics, we've got its Junior. WWL News Time, 5:04. The countdown is on to the 1996 AAU Junior Olympics, which will kick off August 1st here in New Orleans. More from WWL's Gail DeLauder.
The Junior Olympics will bring in about 12,000 young athletes ages 10 to 18. They'll compete in such events as baseball, basketball, track and field, karate, and aerobics. Gail DeLauder, WWL 870 AM.
Fox Television denies its reporters did anything wrong at the Freeman compound in Montana, but all news crews in the area must leave tonight. Federal officials are upset that a Fox crew went to the fence around the Freeman Ranch and tried to set up an interview. WWL News Time 5:06. With a report on what happened on Wall Street today, we go to the offices of Prudential Securities for a report from Wayne Trada.
Good afternoon. It was another tough day on Wall Street as investors recognizing overbought conditions stepped aside for some old-fashioned profit-taking.
For the traffic update, here's Rob Nelson up in Skywatch 1.
And a new accident being reported, LA 18 and Highway 90, slow going through that intersection. Light rain continues in the area. Be careful of the wet road conditions.
WWL News Time 5:09. Now, with Paw Paw's Gulf Coast weather update, here's meteorologist Dave Barnes in the WWL Weather Center.
Well, widespread showers and thunderstorms broke out across southern Mississippi and also a great deal of southern Louisiana.
And on your radio, it's always 870. WWL News Talk and Sports Radio, 870 AM.
870 AM. This is the David Tyree Show on WWL 870 AM. To join in the talk of New Orleans, call 260-1870.
Well, we have that severe thunderstorm watch, as we've been saying, in effect until 6 o'clock. We'll keep you up to date if anything else pops up.